This is a replay analysis for this Ember Spirit, who's Crusader 2 in the mid lane. So, not an Ember player per se, but see how this goes. Should be able to give you some pretty good advice on mid in general. Feel like that guy was asking for that versus a Pudge. Wow, he lived.
The battle begins.
That word's probably gonna get deworded. So you probably assume they had a word when Pudge got the hook. That's okay. Okay, we're against a Nature's Prophet. We're harassing. Good last hitting. Very nice. All 4 CS. Very good. Pretty good. As a better player, I'm pretty sure you'd want to just defensive aggro there, because like this guy should have hit you like 5 times while you were getting those 3 creeps, and he just didn't. So you just want to defensive aggro them backwards to your ranged, and then if you want to like clear it and push it in and auto attack him down, that's fine. But like if this guy was better, you'd have like 400 health instead of 520. Good pressure though, good pressure. Okay, we've got our bottle coming soon. Whoa. You're psycho, my friend. So we've got money for our bottle. We want to buy that ASAP. I don't know if you have hotkeys set up, but like to be able to press like I don't know what is involved for you in buying this and sending it to you. For me, it's 2 buttons. I press F2, and that buys the item in my quick stash. And then I press F4, and that tells my courier to deliver items to me, so I don't have to like I just press 2 buttons very quickly, and this starts to send to me. And I don't know if maybe it is like that for you, and you just haven't done it yet, but like this needs to happen like ASAP. Still hasn't happened yet. Yeah, it's like it's actually just really bad that this like you already have your bottle. You'd be regening already. Okay, nice sleight of fist. Okay. General CSing is pretty good. A couple small mistakes, but nothing like you're not like majorly doing anything wrong. Okay, we're getting a stick, which I don't mind. So yeah, here you just I mean, you're getting the rune, which makes sense, but like if you want to get these creeps, just defensive them aggro backwards. As a mid player, you really need to be good at defensive aggroing, especially in these melee versus range matchups. Especially in these matchups. Yeah, this is just too psycho. Like if you want to slight chains harass, like just to like do what you did but without running at him and to attack him, that's fine. But like you just take a bunch of damage here for no reason. Like if you harass him and you don't lose any HP, that's good. And if you harass him and you lose an equal amount of HP that you could have not taken, it's just like, right? Like you're not going to actually run this guy down and kill him, right? Like, it's just not going to happen in like 99% of scenarios. Like don't take the extra damage. Okay, so we got the 4-minute water runes coming up, which are very important. So yeah, I would shove this out as fast as you can, like kind of what you've been doing before, so you have space to go get these water runes without being pressured. Really just like putting yourself in this guy's face. And then yeah, you should be looking to run to one of the runes right now, instead of back behind your tower. Just like reset. These water runes are super important. Okay, you're gonna get the top one. Good. Getting boots, getting phase boots, that's fine. Where are you going, my friend? You really don't need to think about rotating pre-level 6. It's like the odds that would be a good play are extremely low. Like unless you see them like diving your tier 1 or something. But like in a normal lane situation, you don't even need to think about it. Maybe you're thinking about stacking? Not really sure. But lane creep's more important. But just being here, applying some pressure while Nature's Prophet TP's away, this is good. And So like here we just defensive aggro. Like this isn't a position where he has a bunch of creeps and he's full health that we can do a bunch of damage to him. We just defensive aggro these creeps back, focus on the CS, get our level 6, and then maybe we're in a position where we can like be aggressive. Yeah, I really have not seen you defensive aggro at all, which is just something you need to be doing all the time as a melee hero against a ranged. Okay. Oh, ate the wrong tree. Okay, Remnant, we go back. It's good. Oh, this guy's dead. Wow, okay, well that guy's a psycho. Okay, alright. Nice shot getting the rune, I like it. Be a little conservative here. Just don't have enough mana. Okay, you're gonna... I actually kind of like this, running to get the bottle. I like this play a lot, actually. Given you grab you with this haste. This is nice. Okay. Probably would have slided there instead of Revenanted, but it's all good. So what do you do in this situation where you've done a successful gank? The answer is like 90% of the time to run back to mid immediately. Like, immediately. And not miss creeps. Like, you already missed like one wave, which like obviously what you got out of it was like worth way more than one wave. So it's not like a bad thing. But like now you're going to start to miss a second wave, and there's going to be tower pressure. And nobody else in your team really wants to go do this. So like, also stealing, like when you've got 2 other core heroes, or I guess there's only 1 other core hero. When you've got 3 other heroes in the lane, like this isn't really your farm. As the mid laner. Like you have to be okay with like saying like, oh, this is like, I'll let my Bristle take this. Like I came here, I had a good impact. Like this is your farm that nobody else is going to get. And these creeps don't matter, actually. Like, honestly, you should just TP mid here. And now you just, like, waste all your mana, so you can't. Like, you just need to TP mid here. I just need you to see that this is a problem. Your rotation was really good, but then your default after a rotation, good or bad, needs to be like, okay, I need to go back to my lane now. Especially because you're sitting here with, like, no mana. So, like, if they all come back, like, you can't fight them anyways. So, yeah, this is just... You just lost like 8 creeps, and you're gonna lose more to this tower. And you could have just ran back. You could have ran straight back as soon as you killed the Nature's Prophet. Or you could have like TP base and then walked out of base or something. 8-minute rune? Definitely want to check and make sure the 8-minute rune like spawned there. It didn't spawn there. So not quite there on our rune timings. Okay, luckily got this one. Like I don't think you saw that top one wasn't top. I'm not positive, so maybe you did, but it looks like you just ran past the rune, like, right at, like, 758, and then didn't check. Which is, like, if you're a mid player, you just gotta check that, you know? Are you TPing base here? I would TP base. I would consider TPing base here. I guess you want your TP up to go to a lane, but, like, you don't have enough mana. And you have the Remnant out anyways, it's gonna expire. That's just my thought. The Mage Slayer makes perfect sense to me. It's like, I think your item choice has been pretty solid. Okay, alright. Oh, kind of TP'd way in the back, but it's okay. This probably works out anyways. Nice. Okay. So in this situation, okay, you flew out 2 clarities. I was gonna say you just have to reset your mana somehow. I would consider walking base, but flying out 2 clarities, that's okay. At least you're thinking about it. Okay, we got a rune. Oh, Poggers. Got the regen rune. That's what we like to see. Okay, a lot of action happening in this game. You played the early game fairly well. You're just missing defensive aggro, and then to come back to this mid lane after the rotation. Like from this rotation, where you rotated and got it, and then walked straight back mid, that was good. But when you walked top and then like, you know, fucked around and killed a creep camp and like let like 3 creep waves die and nobody got that golden experience, that was really bad. Okay, we're pressuring the tower. I think we're flying out a TP. We got a lot of pressure on this tower. Really nice. Really good here. This is exactly what you should be doing. If nobody's going to be here, just take their tower. So, like, high skill play there. A lot of people just see stuff happening top and ignore it, but what you did was correct. I think you're, like... You're obviously, like, this is kind of a good habit, I think, on Ember to, like, throw out remnants. I guess you don't want to commit that hard, which is like, okay. I guess that was fine. I've just noticed you do it a couple times. I'm like, does he need a defensive remnant out in this situation? Like, I'm not really sure. So yeah, same thing as before. Well, not the same thing, but like, if this is happening, like you should be here, not jungling, because nobody else wants to like deal with this right now, unless you're like calling for a gank on this guy. But like getting this ancient camp is like not worth it. You're using literally all your mana and like half your HP to get that camp. And meanwhile, there's like 9 creeps. Like there's as much golden XP that you just got like dying under your tower right now. Plus you're taking a bunch of tower damage from Nature's Prophet. So hopefully you can see that that's like just not like it's better for you to be mid and not take the tower damage than it is for you to like clear that one camp over the course of like 20 seconds. Okay, so he got the rune, and then yeah, we weren't here to get the rune either. Okay, so you've got good like map awareness. Don't have any mana, just what it is. Don't have a TP because we TP'd up here. So yeah, I think we walk base now. Yeah, you're kind of hanging around too long. Like I get you could like throw out another slide or something, but like if this is me, like I think I just go reset. Like what you don't want to do is a 3-0-2 and like probably the highest net worth in the game, right? Like what you can't do is die here. So like what is your contribution to this really going to be? Like one more slight maybe? Like you just have to walk home. Oh man, you're a psycho. I guess this is working out for you guys somehow. I mean, if it works, I guess like there's only so much I can say, but this is not what I would have done. Okay, so now you're finally going back. Yeah, I would just say it's not that bad to like walk base at some point and reset your mana and then come back out. It's just not that bad. And like I don't know if you think it's bad, like you don't want to waste your time, but like it's not that bad. Okay, nice skill. Like I was kind of just asking for it. So you obviously are very confident on Ember. Like it seems like you played the hero a decent amount. You see the rune. Let me get the tower. I don't really mind getting the tower here. We don't have our TP up. And there's another hero mid, which makes this better. If nobody's mid, then I would kind of prefer you'd rather just like run mid. But since there is a hero mid getting the golden XP, this isn't as bad. Yeah, again, you're kind of like jacking your Bristles farm a little bit, which I don't know if that's like necessary. Like good mid players know to like let their teammates like to not like kind of take farm from like their teammates who would otherwise be getting that farm. And you know, maybe your MMR like you're like I don't care because these guys suck anyways, which that's kind of valid. But on average, if like there's another guy already standing there and you're like the mobile mid hero, like you want to go like somewhere else and like have impact somewhere else rather than just sit there and farm. Okay, you've got your eye on bottom. It's good. I want you to check again. Okay, your team's kind of cleaning up without you. So you did check again, so that was really good. I don't think this makes any sense. Like hitting this tower makes no sense to me. I pushed it in all the way. Great. Venos here, not this team, great. I would just go mid. Probably, or I'd like walk mid and clear the camps and like push in mid again and like just be ready to like connect with my team. I know they're all dead, like you're not a threat here, but like you hitting this tier 2 by yourself at 16 minutes in is just not an effective use of your time. Like I'd rather you be hitting a creep camp or like pushing out mid lane to create more mid lane pressure. It just like doesn't make sense unless Venom's gonna feed. Okay, well against a better player that wouldn't happen, so I guess what you did is fine, but like on average this is like a waste of your time. Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Structures are fortified.
This is a sketchy play, only because we don't see anybody else on the map. And like the one thing you can't do when you're really ahead like this is go on some zany play where they like counterplay you with 4 heroes and you feed. So like this is gonna work, but like I don't think I would do this, or at least commit that hard, because like I just don't see his team. Like what if you're running up, chasing him, and like you just eat a Mirana arrow as you're attacking this guy, and then Sven's there with his ult and then Pudge ults you or something. Like it's just like how you die, and like you just didn't have the information to make that play. Like obviously if nobody's there, it's gonna work, but like if his team is there, then that's how you like throw your huge lead. Okay, now you're with your team, which is cool. You're very strong. Yeah, doing ancient camps like eh. I mean, you guys are trying to push this tower, so you're staying in the area, so I guess that's fine. I don't really think you guys need to be forcing this tower right now. It's like too early in the game for this. I have like a pretty old YouTube video. Pull it up real quick. I don't actually even remember which video it was at this point. I don't think it was that old. Yeah, it's like one of the last videos I made. So I made it in December of 2023. So it's like not even a year old yet. I think it was before the map changes or something. But just like pull up the screen for you to look at it. So this is like on my YouTube channel, just Carbonyl Dota. It's like concepts to improve at Dota, order of objectives and phases of the game. Basically in this, I go over like which objectives you want to be pressuring and like at what timings you're taking objectives. And like this is not an important objective to take, is the point that I want you to take away from this. And like if you watch that video, it'll go more in depth on this. This tower does not matter. You guys pressuring this tower with multiple heroes is like just a bad play. Like your mid's taking damage, top's getting pushed in, you don't have any map control. Fighting around a tier 2 for them is really good because they're getting like an extra 5 armor and 3 health regen, which at 18 minutes in the game is like a lot. It's like a lot. And like this just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It was just kind of a throwy play. I mean, okay, yeah, you like killed this guy, and they're like feeding you, but like wasn't like overall like super great anyways. And like, what did you give up for that? You lost your mid tower. You're losing all these creeps. You're losing all these creeps for free. It's just not worth it. And I can't rewind because there's like replay bugs, but like when you're here and like you were doing this creep camp and like this already pushed in, like what you guys just need to do is you just need to be like, guys, let's go like back and farm and split up. Like this tower's not important. Somebody has to make that call, and it might as well be you. Like you TP mid and defend it, and like your PL or Bristle can TP top and farm it, and the supports just like walk away. Somebody can walk backwards and farm this area. Like you just spread out and farm. Like there's no reason to like put a lot of pressure on this tier 2 tower this early in the game. You're just not strong enough yet, right? Like your PL has 1 item, not a really effective fighting hero right now. Bristle's got Ags, like yeah, he's strong, but like this isn't like Siege a Tower strong, you know? Your Witch Doctor does not have really an item. Your Mag doesn't have an item. Like there's not really a good scenario for you guys to take a fight under their tower and for it to go well. You don't have initiations up. You don't have good items yet. You're just not strong enough for this phase in the game. Even though you're strong, your team is not strong enough to do this. And like very often, no matter what position you are, like pre-20 minutes, pre-22 minutes, taking a tier 2 is not really a good idea unless you have like a super tower pushing lineup, like a DP, DK, something like that, which you guys don't. So hopefully that makes sense. That was kind of a big error for you guys as a team. It wasn't just you, but it was like a team error, and somebody needs to be like, hey, this is a bad idea. Let's just not push this right now. Probably wouldn't be like using these remnants to like farm right now, just because you don't have any. Like if a fight does happen, you want to be able to like show up and like have your remnants. Yeah, you're like burning through your remnants a lot. I mean, this one makes more sense because you're like walking up to a dangerous area. Your team's kind of YOLOing. Yeah, again, this isn't... I guess this is fine because you see like the entire enemy team and you're not getting pressured, so that makes this kind of okay. You'd probably be having more impact if you were to like just be with your team somewhere, but tier 2 is cool. Okay, we're walking mid. Okay, so this again like is kind of like that other play. Like we don't see any of them. It's like going on this guy right in front of one of his towers. We know they're not here because we see this. Well, apparently Murata's here, but we don't actually know that. So like you're going on a Sven here alone, and we know they're not here, and we know they're not here. Like they have to all be kind of right here, which is just like they might be able to react to what you're doing. That's all I'm trying to say. Like you've got 2 dead heroes, there are 5 alive, and you're going on a guy when you don't see his team. It's just kind of psycho. So just think about the plays you're doing and like where you're making them, because some of your plays are like good, and some of them like you don't actually have the information, and you haven't yet been punished. But like I have a feeling a lot of games you might lose, like especially like right, you're Crusader too, and like this is a lower MMR game because you're playing with your hero friend. But like if you're in a Crusader game or something, or like if you're the lowest MMR in the lobby or something, you're just gonna feed on those plays. And, you know, I haven't seen a lot of your games, so I don't know how often that happens, but, like, I imagine it happens a decent amount, because you seem, like, kind of confident, but maybe a little overly confident, just based on the information you have. So you really got to be looking at the map and thinking about what information do I have to, like, make these, like, crazy plays. Sometimes you have information, sometimes you don't, but you're playing the same either way. Items seem good to me. I like them. I like them a lot. Very effective. Okay, so do we want to fight them here? We're kind of like posturing and running around. But we've got 2 heroes that cannot be here. So, like, a fight here just can't be good. Like, I mean, like, you got BKB. I guess you guys think you could 4v3 them? I mean, maybe you can. But, like, I see this, and I'm like, like, we don't need to really take this fight, right? What should we be thinking about right now? If you go watch that, like, order of objectives video, that'll help you out. But, like, we've gotten all their tier 1s. We've even gotten a tier 2. It's, like, past 20 minutes. We're all getting pretty strong. We want to, like, Roshan, I think. And just, like, keep our lead high. With Bristle and, like, PL. We could do Roche. Okay, so we take the 4v3. Now it's a 5v3. And we feed. And this is just like for, like, you can't make this play when you don't have 2 heroes. And, like, they saw you didn't have 2 heroes. It's not like PL is jungling and Witch Doctor's, like, I don't know, not on the wave or something. Like, they saw both of these heroes. So they're looking at you guys trying to fight them, and they're like, guys, they look at their map and like, okay, they don't have their PL or Witch Doctor. There's a 3v4 when heroes respawning, 3v5. Like, that's, like, the easiest choice in the world for them to take that fight. You just kind of handed it to them. So you have to, like, realize that you can't, like, make aggressive plays like that, especially when your allies are showing. Like, if your allies aren't showing, they don't know if PL's, like, right behind you. So they have to, like, play it differently. But if they see PL, they see Witch Doctor, like, okay, these guys are dumb, and they can get punished, and then they punished you. If that's not, like, necessarily a mistake, like, I don't think what your PL and Witch Doctor were doing was, like, useful. Like, it was kind of dumb that they were here, but, like, it's not, like, their fault that you fed there. You know what I mean? That was, like, your fault. You just have to react to what your team's doing, whether it's, like, good or not. You can't just, like, play as if they're playing good. I'm not saying it was, like, was it terrible that they were here? Although they were vulnerable as well, given that, like, you guys were kind of showing top. If they got on your PL Witch Doctor instead, like, they probably could have killed him. But okay. So we died. Yeah, we're kind of, like, making these plays solo. Okay, PL shows up, which is cool. Okay, so you guys kind of wipe them because they felt like they were strong because they won one fight, but actually they were not. Okay, we win a fight. We win a fight. Right? What do we do? First thing is we check lanes. Our lanes are all really great, so check that off the list. But if they weren't, that would be something to fix. Second, think about what objectives we can take. This happened to be right in front of a tier 2, so, like, taking this is reasonable. But third, like, Roshan, again. Like, I have to emphasize Roshan. And, like, the fact that this game goes on an hour, like, I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but the fact that this game goes on an hour means that at some point, you guys should have just Roshed and you didn't, and they, like, come back into the game because of it. Okay, so we're taking this tower. Like, if this is like a ancient or above lobby, the call right here is instantly to go Roshan. Instantly go Roshan, dude. Like, they're dead. Your lanes are good. We got a tower already. Like, are we taking this tier 3 in the next 20 seconds before they're all alive? I don't think so. Like, go Roshan, dude. Or maybe you walk up here, push in this, take this tower, and then go Roshan. You just need to go Roshan. Yeah, this is the lowest skill shit in the whole world. And, like, I know you know this, but, like, also you're doing it, and you just can't be doing it. Like, you're the highest MMR in this lobby. You are, like, you've got to, and even if you're the lowest MMR, I don't care, like, you know, Archon players and Ancient players will even do this. So, like, this is going to be a factor for you for a long time as you continue to improve. Like, somebody has to be the sane one, and it's like, guys, like, we cannot take this tower. We are not strong enough. We can't do it fast enough. There's a Roshan to take. Pushing without Aegis into what is about to be a full team is really bad. Also, your BKB is on cooldown. So, like, what are you actually hoping to accomplish here? like a little bit of tower damage, you think they're gonna respawn and that you'll win the fight with no BKB? Also, your PL left, dude. Also, your Wish Doctor's not here, dude. So this is like you throwing the game. This is you throwing the game, actually. Like, and maybe you don't die. Wow, you actually. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you effectively had the power to prevent these two from dying by saying like, let's back up. Like you were there doing that and contributing. So that was just really, 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 really bad. Are you gonna feed here? I hope you don't feed here. Okay, please go base. And yeah, you just have to rush. You just have to rush. And this is all you should be thinking about. This is all your team should be thinking about. And they're not, because you guys are like Guardian and Crusader. But like, you have to rush. You have to rush on. That's the only thing that matters at this phase in the game. Only thing that matters. Like, post like 22, 23 minutes, the only thing that matters is Roshan. Like, they're strong enough to take it. Like, they could go take it if they wanted to. Right? They've got, like, lots of right-click damage. They could easily take Roshan. Like, imagine if they, like, after chasing you here, like, went straight to Roshan and took it. This game would be so hard. So much harder than it needs to be. So, I'm kind of harping on this because this is easily, like, the biggest thing you can do to, like, improve your play. Is, like, understand that, like, taking Roshan is the only thing that matters in this situation. Like, you're way ahead. You've taken most of their tier 2s. Like, this one, you could probably take, if you guys were to group up, you could probably take this pretty easily. All you have to do is Roshan. And then you go high ground. Or you take Roshan and then you, like, just run them off the whole map and trap them in their base. If you watch my video on the box, you kind of, like, understand how that works. If you go to my channel and just, like, look at the box. Type in the box or find the box video. I'll kind of explain this, but basically anything that's not rushing is noob trash right now. And that will just continue until one team or the other has taken Roshan. And there's really nothing else. There's honestly really nothing else to say about it. Like, okay, you get a pick off here. Like, whatever. This team fight is happening. This is like, whatever. Honestly, this is like, I don't know. There's nothing else to comment on besides the fact that you guys continue to ignore Roshan. Like, it's the only thing that matters in a Dota game like this. And, I mean, this is just like low MR stuff where both teams keep, like, running into each other. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys do win this, but the fact that this takes another 30 minutes just means it's because you guys didn't, like, approach the game correctly, which is just taking Roshan and managing your lead. So you're trying to force a tower. No Aegis. No Aegis. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just end the video here, like, because there's really nothing else in this game matters beyond you understanding that when in that position that you got yourself into, that you just need to take Roshan and end the game. Or, like, if you don't take Roshan, nothing else that that I could possibly, like, talk to you about would, like, matter, because you're not actually playing the game right. Like, yeah, this death was dumb, but, like, if you guys had just gone and taken Roshan and grouped up as a team, this wouldn't be happening anyways. So, like, it's kind of a function of you not doing the right thing anyways. Not that this particular play you, like, messed up or didn't hit your buttons right. I don't really know. But, like, all you have to do is, like, get your team to, like, go bounce bottom, go take Roshan, and then what you really... you can go watch the box video if you want a little more information, but, like, right, take this, put wards up here, make sure they don't have vision, and then you, like, sweep back and forth and make sure they're not outside of their base, and you have all 3 lanes pushed in, and then you can, like, push whatever lane you want with the Aegis, and, like, you just win, right? You just win if that happens. It's not complicated, but it is what you have to know, that that's what you need to do, and then you need to, like, execute it. And somebody's got to be the sane one. So, like, if your friend the PL player watches this, it could be him as well. But yeah, if you're not going to take the Aegis, like, there's just nothing else worth talking about. But we covered some good stuff earlier about, like, rotating out of mid and coming back to mid, and how this tower is not important. Kind of going back to this order of objectives thing, and, like, the timing in the game can kind of give you an indication of, like, should we be pushing this or not. Pre 20 minutes, you really should not be looking to push tier 2, and it's like 18 something. Your team's just not strong enough yet. Heroes in Dota are just typically not strong enough to take tier 2s unless they're really good tower pushing heroes, like, pre, like, 22, 23 minutes. And then Roshan becomes an objective you can take It's easier than a tier 2 oftentimes, unless you have a really bad Roche lineup, for example. But your guys' Roche lineup is, of course, fine. So yeah, you guys just throw here, and let me look at the graph. So you like stay ahead, and you just drag it out and drag it out and drag it out. I mean, when does anybody actually get the Aegis in this game? Is this the first Aegis at 36 minutes? So I guess you guys get it 5 minutes from now. But then by that point, they've already caught up, probably. Well, they don't really catch up, but like, I don't know. There would be more to talk about for sure, but like when you guys get Aegis at 25 minutes, like you can come back and like can watch another replay and like see what that looks like. But until that's happening, this is all kind of just like low skill. Like let's run at each other and butt heads and like hope we win. But it's like coin flippy. It's just coin flippy Dota the way this is played without getting the Aegis. Like if you want to consistently win, you do the objectives that you can, the safe ones. You don't push the tier 2s when you're not ready. You get the Roshan when you can, and then you like choke out the map. And you like stay together, right? You don't take this 3-man versus 4 engagement when you have 2 heroes over here. Kind of like just sloppy play. You're like, oh, let's fight them just because we can, because we're all here, right? And it's like, no, like, is this fight going to go well for us? Are we missing heroes? Then don't do it. You don't want to take outnumbered fights when you're ahead, because that's how you like, that's how you start to lose the game. So hopefully this was helpful. I think there was a lot to like go for and learn here. And like I said, items I thought were good. I don't have any huge comments on like the facets or like I think the talents you took are fine. Yeah, these don't seem like super impactful one way or the other. Like your items were good, yeah. This is just like a execution order of objectives. Like conceptually, how do you go about winning a Dota game is like what you're clearly missing at this mid game phase. And there were a couple things like earlier in the game that we talked about as well. So hopefully that was helpful, man. Yeah, enjoy.